All right, so we're diving into a pool of money today. Like a ridiculously massive pool of money.
You mean like Scrooge McDuck's money bin, but like way bigger?
Exactly. We're talking trillions. Trillions of dollars. American money invested all over the planet.
You know what's wild about that?
Wait.
It affects all of us, right?
Wait, really?
Oh, absolutely. The price of your coffee, job opportunities, even like what's on the shelves at the grocery store.
I never really thought about it like that. Huh. So where are we even getting this information?
Straight from the source, the U.S. Treasury Department.
Fancy.
Right. They've got this report, the report on U.S. portfolio holdings of foreign securities at year-end 2023.
Okay, and what does that tell us?
Well, for starters, Americans had a cool $15.3 trillion invested overseas last year.
Wait, $15.3 trillion?
Yeah.
That'd be like all the money in the world.
Pretty much. You could buy every avocado toast, pumpkin spice latte, even all the self-driving cars. Probably still have some change left over.
That is a lot of avocado toast. Okay, but let's break this down. What exactly are Americans investing in?
Well, there are a few main categories.
Might be.
The biggest one, by far, is equity, like stocks. That's around $11.5 trillion.
So that's like Americans buying little pieces of companies all over the world.
Exactly. It could be a sliver of a German car manufacturer or maybe a Brazilian coffee plantation.
That's kind of cool. Owning a tiny part of something across the globe. What else?
Then there's debt.
Debt. Like, are we loaning other countries money?
Kinda. Americans hold something like $3.4 trillion in long-term foreign debt.
So it's like we're the world's biggest bank or something.
Yeah, but instead of free toasters, we get interest payments.
Makes sense. Anything else in the debt department?
There's short-term debt, too, but it's way smaller, only about $7.4 trillion.
Why so much less? Is it riskier or something?
Yeah, exactly. Short-term debt is generally considered riskier. Like, you're less likely to lend your flaky friend $1,000 for a month-long trip than you are $5 for lunch.
Right. Makes total sense. So, okay, we've got this massive pile of money, trillions of dollars. Where's it all going?
Well, that's the really interesting part.
Spill the tea.
Knowing where these investments go, it's like reading a story about global relationships, trust, even where people see the best chances for making money.
So basically a financial map of where the grass is greener.
Pretty much. And get this, the number one destination might surprise you.
Let me guess. China.
Yup.
Ooh, Germany then. Always a safe bet.
Wrong again.
Okay, I give up. Where is it?
It's a Cayman Island.
The Cayman Islands, really?
Yep. A whopping $2.7 trillion in American investments.
So wait, are all the Wall Street bankers just chilling on the beach with margaritas?
Well, it's not quite that simple.
Okay, so what's the deal with the Caymans?
They're what's called an offshore financial center.
Ooh, sounds mysterious. Are we talking about secret banks on floating platforms evading taxes? James Bond villain stuff?
No, it's not that dramatic. These centers, like the Caymans, they offer tax advantages, sometimes different regulations. It attracts a lot of businesses and investors. It's not necessarily shady, just a way to manage money internationally in a way that benefits certain types of transactions.
So basically the Caymans are like this giant haven for global money, even if it comes from American investors.
Precisely.
Okay, next stop on our financial world tour.
Where to?
The UK. They've got a cool $1.5 trillion in American investments.
Makes sense, right? They're like our sibling, shared history, all that jazz.
Yeah, but hasn't Brexit shaken things up a bit?
Absolutely. It's something investors are watching closely. It's kind of a gamble right now.
Familiar but risky.
You got it. Now, how about our neighbors up north?
Canada, eh?
$1.4 trillion from the U.S.
No surprise there. We share a giant border, do tons of trade, plus they're just super nice people.
That definitely helps. But seriously, their natural resources, stable government, all that makes them super attractive for investors.
So it's like the safe, comfy choice, but also a smart one?
Exactly. Comfort and strategy. And rounding out the top four.
Hit me.
Japan. With $1.2 trillion.
Japan, they were like the economic superpower for ages, right?
Exactly. But they've had some challenges lately. Aging population, slower growth, more competition.
So it's kind of like a balancing act for investors. The legacy of their strength, but also the reality of their current situation.
It's like a high-stakes poker game with trillions of dollars at stake. You're always trying to predict what the future holds.
Okay, this is way more interesting than I thought it would be. But are you telling me even if I don't invest directly in these foreign markets, it still impacts me?
Absolutely. The global economy affects everything.
Really? Everything?
Think of it like a giant, invisible hand guiding the flow of stuff around the world. Interest rates, product availability, even jobs.
Whoa. Okay, maybe I should start paying more attention to the global news then.
Exactly. It's not just about staying informed, it's about understanding the forces that shape our world.
I think I need a minute to process all of this.
No worries, there's a lot to unpack here, but trust me, there's so much more to uncover. We'll be right back after a short break. All right, we're back and ready to unearth more of those hidden financial gems.
Remember that massive table in the report? The one listing every country.
Yeah, the one that looks like a spreadsheet from another dimension.
Exactly. Let's dig into some of those numbers, shall we?
Let's see. Here's one that caught my eye. Bermuda.
Bermuda. Like shorts and pink sand beaches. Bermuda.
The one and only. And guess what? It's raking in a cool $267 billion in American investments.
Another island paradise with a complex financial system. What is it with these places?
It's not just about hiding money, though. It's about finding the most efficient ways to manage it in our globalized world. Think of it like you wouldn't build a car factory in the Amazon if you needed access to shipping routes, right?
Makes sense. So these island nations, despite their size, they're playing a strategic role in the global financial system.
Exactly. Size isn't everything when it comes to economic influence.
Okay, next up on our list, South Korea.
South Korea, holding a cool $253 billion in American investments.
Samsung, Hyundai. They're like a tech powerhouse, always innovating.
And that's a big draw for American investors. They see those cutting-edge industries and think, growth! It's like investing in the future.
Betting on the companies that'll make flying cars a reality.
Exactly. It's about understanding those global trends and positioning yourself to benefit.
Okay, how about a quick hop over to Europe? Luxembourg.
Tiny country nestled between France and Germany.
Holding a surprising $238 billion. What's their secret?
Well, they've got this long history as a financial center, known for stability, expertise in managing wealth.
It's like a high-security vault for global capital.
You got it. A valuable service in a globalized economy.
Speaking of Europe, there's also Denmark. $219 billion in American investments.
Denmark, land of pigeons.
Delicious meatballs.
That too. But seriously, they have this strong social safety net, a really educated workforce, and a big focus on sustainable development.
So it's not just about profits. It's like putting your money where your values are.
Precisely. We're seeing more and more investors considering factors like environmental impact and social responsibility.
A more conscious approach to investing.
Exactly. It's recognizing that investments have ripple effects far beyond the balance sheet. Okay, last but not least, on our whirlwind tour,
Drum roll, please.
Sweden, holding $197 billion.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Famous for minimalist design, those delicious meatballs, and of course...
ABBA.
Of course. But what about their economy?
Well, Sweden is another one that combines economic strength with a commitment to social responsibility. Highly innovative economy, strong welfare state, deeply committed to sustainability.
It's like they figured out how to have their cake and eat it too.
Right. And it's a trend we're seeing more and more. Long-term success isn't just about maximizing profits. It's about creating a sustainable future for everyone.
Okay, I think we've officially traveled around the world with this deep dive.
We've only scratched the surface.
My head is spinning with all this info. But it's a good spin. The kind that makes you want to learn more.
It's exciting, isn't it?
But here's the thing. We're not just watching from the sidelines. We all have a role to play in this global story, even if we're not billionaires jet-setting around.
Absolutely. And that's what we'll be exploring next. How these global investment trends connect to your own personal financial decisions. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've gone from those sunny Cayman Islands to those, super innovative hubs in South Korea.
Uncovering all those surprising places where American money is going?
Right. But now I'm kind of wondering, how does all of this affect me? I'm no Wall Street wizard, just trying to keep my retirement fund afloat.
That's a great question. You might think global finance is only for the super rich, but it really touches everyone's lives.
Okay, I'm listening. How does my little 401k connect to all this global stuff?
Well, think about it. Your retirement fund is probably invested in all sorts of things, right? And some of those investments are probably in international markets.
So even if I'm not directly buying stock in a company in, say, Japan, my retirement savings are still affected by how well Japan's doing.
Exactly. That's why it's super important to stay informed about what's going on globally. Think about it. A trade war, a natural disaster, even like a political shakeup in another country.
Could totally mess with my retirement plan.
Exactly. It can send ripples through the whole global market.
It's like that butterfly effect, but with money.
Right. And that's where diversification comes in. By spreading your investments around, you're basically protecting yourself from all the crazy ups and downs of the global economy.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if that basket is a tropical island with awesome tax breaks.
You got it. Every investment has risks and rewards. And in our world, those risks and rewards are global.
Man, this whole deep dive has really opened my eyes. I used to think global finance was this super complicated thing that didn't really matter to me.
It's easy to think that way.
But now I see how everything's connected. It's kind of mind-blowing.
That's the power of learning. It helps us make smarter choices, not just about our money, but about our role in the world.
Okay, so where do we go from here? How can regular people like me navigate all of this?
First things first, stay informed. Pay attention to what's happening in the world. Read financial news, even if it's just the headlines. Try to understand what's driving the global economy.
Got it. Stay informed. What else?
Don't be afraid to ask questions. Talk to a financial advisor. Do some research on different investment options. Make sure you really understand what you're getting into.
Knowledge is power. Anything else?
Don't forget about diversification. Spread your investments around. Different countries, different industries, different types of assets.
So basically, even if one part of the world is having a bad day, my investments aren't completely doomed.
Exactly. It's about building a portfolio that can handle the ups and downs.
Okay, I think I can handle that. This deep dive has been amazing. I feel like I have a better grasp on how it all works now.
And that's what we hoped for. With a little curiosity and effort, anyone can understand this stuff.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into American investments abroad. From hidden financial hotspots to the motivations of investors and how it all ties into your own financial journey.
We hope you've learned something new and exciting today.
So next time you see a news story about trade deals or currency values, remember, it's not just a headline. It's a piece of the puzzle that shapes the world, including your own financial well-being.
Stay curious. Stay informed. Stay engaged. There's a whole world of opportunities out there for those who are ready to explore.
And that's a wrap on this episode of The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.